Halloween has been and gone, which means Forsaken released update 3.2.0, adding a variety of new content, ranging from the addition of Veeronica as a survivor, Guest 666 as a killer, and an abundance of other things. We'll cover everything added within the update during this video, starting with the brand new Halloween update. A brand new event has been released for Halloween, known as the Masquerade, which adds a variety of skins. This event has a separate area in the lobby beneath the cabin in a basement. This area is a gothic library littered with various decorations and new NPCs. The event surrounds Nosferatu, whom will trade pumpkin candy with you for skins. Pumpkin candy can be earned by collecting it around the map during matches, as well as winning the round on either side. Alongside the aforementioned methods, you can bribe Nosferatu for up to 24 candy, and this trade refreshes once every 50 minutes. Purchasing survivor skins will unlock the top track, which contains killer skins. To have unlocked all killer skins, you'll need to acquire a total of 12 survivor skins from the event. The event adds a total of 14 survivor skins. To purchase all of these, you'll need a total of 2,520 pumpkin candy. These skins are as follows: Mad Scientist for Builderman for 120 pumpkin candy, Devil's Deeds for Chance for 400 pumpkin candy, Headless for Dusika for 160 pumpkin candy, Toil and Trouble for Dusika for 100 pumpkin candy, Brains Dispatch for Elliot for 180 pumpkin candy, Vampire for Elliot for 400 pumpkin candy, Guest Who Cried Wolf for Guest 1337 for 100 pumpkin candy, Low Effort Phantom for Noob for 80 pumpkin candy, Scarecrow for Noob for 60 pumpkin candy, Angel of Death for Shadletsky for 120 pumpkin candy, Zombie for Shadletsky for 40 pumpkin candy, Hooded Raven for Taff for 280 pumpkin candy, Frankentime for 2 for 300 pumpkin candy, Count 007 for 007 and 7 for 140 pumpkin candy. Alongside these skins, there's a variety of killer skins which can be unlocked by progressing the event. Every 2 survivor skins purchased with candy will unlock a killer skin for purchase. These skins are as follows: Gourd for Cool Kid, which requires 8 survivor skins to be unlocked, Screamer for John Doe, which requires 12 survivor skins to be unlocked, Sinister for Nolly, which requires 4 survivor skins to be unlocked, Horseman for Slasher, which requires 2 survivor skins to be unlocked, The Shape for Slasher, which requires 6 survivor skins to unlock, Pincushion for 1X, which requires 10 survivor skins to be unlocked. New emotes have been added, and these are as follows: Bazaar for 1,987, Dance Potion for 650, Jersey for 650, Metro Man for 650, Paranormal Swag for 500, and Superstar for 650. Moonwalk and Taunt are 2 emotes mentioned within the update log, but are not currently present in-game. These may be coming in the future, or there may be a simple error. I am unsure at this time. Alongside this, the Chrono Shift emote has received some alterations. A variety of new maps have been added. I will cover all of these, including notable locations and hazards. Beach House Paradise. This map is a ruined beach plaza and contains a slowness fountain in the center as a hazard. Some notable locations are: the map contains various decayed buildings. The main building is a hotel lobby containing an upper platform accessible by a flight of stairs. This map contains smaller doses of elevation all around. There is also a killer-only door located fairly near the fountain amidst the various half-walls that provide the opportunity to break line of sight. Classic Battlegrounds. This map is a street on the higher level with various buildings and ruins. This map contains a poison pond on the lower level as a hazard. Some notable locations are: there's 2 levels to this map. The lower level consists of ruins, the one to the left having a staircase for elevation as well as a cave loop in the back right corner. On the upper level, there's various buildings and a road with the occasional broken car. Alongside this, there's small teleport pads which the killer can use to ambush unsuspecting survivors. Make a Cake Factory. This map is themed around the old game Make a Cake and Feed It to the Giant Noob. This map is a factory, littered with various crates and vehicles to break line of sight. Some notable locations are: there's a few killer doors scattered around, an elevated platform in the middle of the factory, and a second mini platform near the first one. There's also a small bookshelf with a ladder on top of it for elevation. This map is a nice mixture of cluttered and open with just enough visual obstruction to make it functional. Halloween Yorick's Resting Place. This map is a variant of Yorick's Resting Place and is themed around Halloween. This map contains a red variant of the original river as a hazard. Some notable locations are: a scarecrow sits in the center of the map, surrounded by pumpkins and clutter. The bridges are decorated with lanterns and jack-o'-lanterns. A headless horseman statue is behind the house, and the house has been recolored to a broken brick color. There's various Halloween references around the map, such as skeletons in the dirt and a zombie climbing from the graveyard. Rocket Arena. This map is a private server exclusive and is currently unavailable due to issues with the private server command panel. I will likely discuss this during this Friday's Forsaken stream if it is available by then. The lobby has received some updated decorations for the Halloween event, as well as an area specific to the Halloween event. The spawn is now located outside of the cabin with a signpost directing you to the event area, which is located under the cabin. New NPCs have been added to the lobby. Each map has had their collisions and walls updated. Lighting has been altered on Tempest, Pirate Bay, and the Blue Carnival variant map. Yellow One's Wrath has been updated. Yorick's Resting Place has received some changes for balancing. These are as follows: There's now a killer-only door on the right-hand side of the house. Some loops have been adjusted slightly as well. Brandon Works has received some changes to balancing also, altering a few loops. Pirate Bay has also been tweaked slightly for balancing. A variety of music has been added or altered, and these are as follows. A bass chase theme for Guest 666 has been added. A Guest 666 vs Noob Last Man Standing theme has been added. A Milestone Fall chase theme for Guest 666 has been added. An Apollyon chase theme for Guest 666's Apollyon skin has been added. An Omega chase theme for Guest 666's Photoshop skin has been added. The base chase theme for Slasher has been updated. The chase theme has been altered for the Subject Zero Slasher skin. The chase theme has been altered for the Retro Slasher skin. The chase theme has been altered for the Home Run Slasher skin. A chase theme for the JX1DX1 Nolly skin has been added. A Last Man Standing theme for the JX1DX1 Nolly skin has been added. A Last Man Standing theme for Artful and Devesto Nolly and Pursuer Slasher has been added. A chase theme for Artful Nolly has been added. A chase theme for Admin Nolly has been added. A map theme for the Blue World map variant has been added. A map theme for Catalogue Heaven has been added. We do not know at this time what Catalogue Heaven refers to. A map theme for the Tempest map has been added. A placeholder map theme has been added. A map theme for the Tempest map has been added. A brand new survivor called Veeronica has been added. She costs 750 and has 19 skins upon release. Her abilities are as follows. Passive, Metal Frame. Veeronica cannot heal traditionally by using medkits, Elliot's Pizza, or Builderman's Dispenser. Veeronica possesses a rechargeable battery which heals 0.5 HP per percent. The battery can be charged by completing generator puzzles, each puzzle granting 8% charge. The battery starts at 50% charge at the beginning of the round, granting a 25 HP heal at the start of the match. Ability 1, Vandalism. Veeronica can equip her spray paint, which can be used to spray graffiti onto a wall. Graffiti takes 5 seconds to be completed and does not impact your movement. When the graffiti is completed, Veeronica's skate ability is available within that area. Veeronica can place up to 3 graffitis at a time, each having 20 HP, and these are able to be destroyed by Veeronica or the killer. When the killer destroys the graffiti, Vandalism enters an 8-second cooldown. If Veeronica destroys the graffiti by holding space, a cooldown does not activate. Ability 2, Skate. This has a 5-second cooldown. Skate requires Veeronica to be in a graffiti area to activate. Upon activation, Veeronica begins to skate at 1.15 times her running speed at the cost of using 1.25 times her stamina compared to default running. Veeronica can cancel skate at any time by recasting the ability. Skating restricts her turn control for the duration it is active and will cause her to receive debuffs if she crashes. Upon crashing into a wall or the killer, Veeronica takes 5 damage and is inflicted with slowness 4 for 2.5 seconds. Upon crashing into a wall or the killer, Veeronica takes 5 damage and is inflicted with slowness 4 for 2.5 seconds. Ability 3, Skate Trick. This has a 1-second cooldown. This ability is only active during skate. When approaching a collidable surface during skate, Veeronica will be able to perform a trick by pressing spacebar to rebound off the surface. When this is available, Veeronica will glow. Performing a trick grants her normal turn control, a speed boost while airborne along with 10 stamina. Performing 3 tricks concurrently will charge her battery by 5%. Failing to perform a trick will place the ability on cooldown temporarily. Ability 4, Broadcast. This has a 1-second cooldown. Broadcast allows Veeronica to alter the behaviour of her skate ability. These cannot be switched between while skate is active, and there's 3 channels for her to choose between. These are as follows. Phase. Colliding with the killer grants resistance 2 for 3 seconds and speed 4 for 2 seconds. Veeronica will phase through the killer, granting 15% charge to her battery. As well as this, Veeronica will rebound off walls that she collides with as opposed to crashing. However, this still deals 5 damage. Phase's effects can only be used once per skate. Bumper. Colliding with the killer will knock them back, charging her battery by 15%. Once collision occurs, skate will end and Veeronica will not take any damage. If another bumper Veeronica has collided with the killer within the last 10 seconds, they will not be knocked back. Mobile. Trick's increased turn control will linger for 1 second after landing. Veeronica takes 3 times the damage when crashing using this channel. Ability 5, Activate Battery. This has a 55-second cooldown. Veeronica will heal herself with her battery slowly. Healing will stop if the maximum health is reached, Veeronica takes damage from any source, or the battery's charge runs out. Some tips to play Veeronica are as follows. Try to use your battery with adequate distance from the killer, as your healing will stop if you take damage. Make sure you use your broadcast before activating skate, as you cannot change the channel once you've activated this ability. Preserve your stamina for your skate ability, as you will be kicked out of it if you reach 0 stamina. Save your battery charge for when you truly need it, as using it to heal at high health is much less impactful than healing from lower health, as healing while at lower health can mean the difference between dying to a single hit and not. Phase is the most useful channel for a solo Veeronica, as this is less punishing than Bumper and grants speed 4, providing adequate opportunity to create distance. Bumper is the best for when a specific person is experiencing tunneling, allowing the survivor in need of assistance the ability to make distance by knocking the killer back. Try to refrain from using Bumper if there's multiple Veeronicas, as you may be subjected to the restriction on how often the killer can be knocked back. Graffiti can have up to 3 placements at a time, so don't hesitate to place these around loops or areas where survivors are. such as near dispenser and sentry buildings. Keep an eye on your graffiti placements. If you notice one has been destroyed, don't hesitate to place another one temporarily, as you can always destroy these without a cooldown penalty. Veeronica's battery can be used while mobile as long as you do not take damage. You can loot while healing, but remain cautious with this. Keeping an eye on your stamina is especially important for Veeronica, as your skate relies heavily on your stamina and drains it faster than the average sprint. Use your skate as much as possible, especially if you're in need of distance. Mobile or phase are more ideal for last man standing as Veeronica. Bumper is more of a team-orientated selection. Mobile grants extra mobility, whereas phase can grant a temporary speed boost if successful. You can also tank some damage with phase as you receive resistance. You can use skate at the top of the ramps in Brandon Works to gain a large amount of airtime. It's recommended to use elevation to your advantage, using skate to perform tricks off ramps and elevated surfaces to gain significant airtime for maximum distance. The survivor skins are as follows: Bartholomew P. Sullivan for chance for 850, Big Game Hunter for chance for 1100, Bunzy for chance for 850, Dog for chance for 400, Dos Vidas for chance for 850, High Roller Chassis for chance for 850, Merchant for chance for 900, Played Poet for chance for 600, Pirate for chance for 550, Sinister Staker for chance for 800, Smith for chance for 900, Great Mage for Dusika for 950, King James for Dusika for 1100, Space Lord for Dusika for 900, Bumblebee for Elliot for 750, Gardener for Elliot for 600, Picnic Date for Elliot for 600, Shopkeeper for Elliot for 900, Gladiator for Guest 1337 for 500, Deathbringer for Guest 1337 for 1600, Aubrey for Noob, which is obtained by purchasing the I Has a Face Lol skin for Noob, I Has a Face Lol skin for Noob for 977, Little Nightmare for Noob for 500, William Gaming for Noob for 500, Buff for Shedletsky for 1000, Fisher for Shedletsky for 900, Targetman for Shedletsky for 1250, Minesweeper for Taff for 950, Autumn for 2-time for 950, Honestly for 2-time for 700, Jock for 2-time for 500, Party for 2-time for 456, Alien for Veeronica for 900, Angel for Veeronica for 700, Blockade for Veeronica for 600, Boy for Veeronica for 500, Bunny for Veeronica for 700, Corrupted for Veeronica for 600, Emo for Veeronica for 650, Flannel for Veeronica for 500, Hunted for Veeronica for 1000, iPad for Veeronica for 400, Kitty Pop for Veeronica for 550, Lovebug for Veeronica for 1100, Mecha for Veeronica for 900, Musical for Veeronica for 400, Skater for Veeronica for 350, Solar for Veeronica for 600, Stylish for Veeronica for 400, Vise for Veeronica for 700, Wolfie for Veeronica for 800, 19K88 for 007N7 for 850. Arentian Architect for Bilderman has been updated. Infernal Sorcerer for Dusika has been updated. Love Shot for Dusika has been updated. Subject 1 for Noob has been updated. Gasser 4 Player for Noob has been updated. Noob has received Legacy Milestone skins for those who are eligible for them. Veeronica has received milestone skins. 11808 for 007N7 has been updated. Veeronica has received a new render. Taft's default render has been updated. Biker for Guest 1337 has received a new render. Hospital Patient for Guest 1337 has received a new render. Red Carpet for Guest 1237 has received a new render. Scoutmaster for Guest 1237 has received a new render. Fencer for Shedletsky has received a new render. Jock for 2-time has received a new render. Mailman for 007N7 has received a new render. Noob's milestone skins have received new renders. Noob's legacy milestone skins have received new renders. Cool Kid's base speed has been increased from 7.5 to 7.75. Cool Kid's walk speed override windup has been decreased from 0.55 to 0.5 seconds. Cool Kid's pizza delivery clones are now highlighted to him. Cool Kid has had some of his base sounds updated. Nolly's M1s aren't a stud longer than every other killer anymore. Alongside these updates, a brand new killer called Guest 666 has been added. They cost 1666, have a large terror radius and average movement speed. Their abilities are as follows. Passive, Manic Fixation. While running towards highlighted survivors, Guest 666 will gradually gain speed up to 10%. This doubles up to 20% maximum if the survivor is not in chase. Passive, Bloodhound. Guest 666 inflicts hemorrhage with their attacks. Vines will cover the survivor's health while they are inflicted with hemorrhage, and this health cannot be healed back. Survivors can remove hemorrhage by requesting another survivor to aid them. Alternatively, a medkit can be used, but the vine-covered health will not be recovered. Guest 666 starts with 0 blood and has a maximum of 150 blood. Survivors with hemorrhage occasionally drop blood orbs, granting 15 blood to Guest 666 on contact. These drop more frequently while the survivor is sprinting, but are less frequent if the survivor is mid-chase. Collecting blood orbs reduces the cooldown of Guest 666's abilities for 3 seconds per orb. Killing a survivor will grant 30 blood to Guest 666. All of the following abilities have the potential to hit multiple survivors at once. Ability 1. Carving Slash. Guest 666 lunges forward. Landing this move grants 10 blood. If this button is held for 0.65 seconds while in possession of 10 or more blood, they will follow up with Eviscerate. Ability 2. Eviscerate. This has an 8-second cooldown. Guest 666 will lunge forward and bite. Survivors who are hit by this move will receive Hemorrhage. This ability costs 10 blood to use but grants 15 blood and a half cooldown upon hitting a survivor. Ability 3. Demonic Pursuit. This has a 30-second cooldown. Guest 666 will prepare to leap. Holding this button will charge the leap to deal more damage and travel further. By aiming up, Guest 666 can jump upwards as opposed to leaping directly forward. If they make contact with a survivor while airborne or within the first 0.8 seconds of a leap, they will pin the survivor down. Pinned survivor will be slashed 4 times and thrown to the side, inflicting them with hemorrhage and granting Guest 666 with 20 blood. During Blood Hunt, this ability deals more damage depending on the health the survivor has lost to the hemorrhage debuff. This damage scales by 0.4 for every unhealable health point. Ability 4. Infernal Cry. This has a 20-second cooldown. Guest 666 roars, producing a shockwave. Survivors hit by the shockwave are forced to view Guest 666, have their aura revealed for 12 seconds, as well as being inflicted with blindness 2 for 4 seconds. Survivors who have hemorrhage while hit by the shockwave will drop 2 blood orbs. Blood Hunt will increase the blindness duration for survivors to 6 seconds, as well as dealing 10 damage, however the size will be reduced by 20% to account for this. Guest 666 will also gain speed 1 for 3 seconds and strength 1 for 8 seconds upon hit. Ability 5. Blood Rush. This has a 30-second cooldown. Guest 666 highlights all survivors by smelling blood. The highlight duration increases depending on the distance of survivors for a maximum of 20 seconds at 200 studs. Ability 5B. Blood Hunt. This is a Blood Rush alternative. When Guest 666 has maximum blood, Blood Rush is replaced with Blood Hunt. They will produce a cry audible to all survivors, which resets all ability cooldowns and activates Blood Hunt, which lasts for 25 seconds. During Blood Hunt, Guest 666 and all survivors have obstructive visuals. Guest 666 gains a 4% increase to their movement speed, their terror radius is halved in size, and they gain immunity to stuns, instead experiencing slowness 2 for 3 seconds and helpless 1 for 2 seconds. Alongside this, Guest 666 has their abilities amplified, they cannot use Blood Rush, and they have an aura read every 5 seconds. This aura read flashes with a red highlight, and those with hemorrhage are indicated by faster flashes and appear white as opposed to red. When Guest 666 kills a survivor during Blood Hunt, all of their cooldowns are reset, and the Blood Hunt is extended by 15 seconds. Blood Hunt's timer decreases twice as slow during chase, and the round cannot end while Blood Hunt is active. Blood Hunt is disabled if there's only one survivor left, having its duration set to 7 seconds if last man standing begins while it's active. When Blood Hunt ends, all blood is removed and Guest 666's maximum blood is increased by 50. Some tips to play Guest 666 are as follows. Activate your Blood Rush further from survivors, then use your Demonic Pursuit to close the distance faster. After this, your passive should allow you to gain even more speed to maximize your mobility. You can use Blood Hunt just as you're about to kill the last survivor before last man standing to temporarily stop the last man standing timer. Demonic Pursuit can be used at close range for an easy hit. Infernal Cry can be used in chase to throw survivors off. Infernal Cry can be used if multiple sentinels are in one area, as this will grant significant blood while also helping to counter stuns and abilities. Eviscerate should be used when possible to prevent characters such as Elliot from being able to heal other survivors. Try to inflict characters who can heal with hemorrhage as a priority to make their abilities less threatening. You can also inflict characters with lower health with hemorrhage to make their survival less likely. Using your abilities into groups of survivors is recommended as you can hit multiple people at once. Try to stack up as much blood as possible to use abilities such as Eviscerate or Blood Hunt more often. Maximize your mobility ability by chaining your abilities, such as going from a Demonic Pursuit leap into Eviscerate and then Carving Slash. Try to ensure that the survivor who will enter Last Man Standing is inflicted with hemorrhage before you activate Last Man Standing. This way, they will have less overall health, making it easier for you to kill them. Infernal Cry should be used fairly often as it lacks cost, grants blood, and can hinder survivors granting an opportunity to strike. Use your Blood Hunt ability at good times, but try not to hold onto it too long as you cannot gain additional blood during this. Infernal Cry can be used from a moderate distance to highlight survivors before closing the gap via the benefit of the Manic Fixation passive. It's recommended to try and hit multiple survivors where possible to inflict them with hemorrhage. Once survivors are inflicted with hemorrhage, they will be at a disadvantage until they group up. This is especially useful for survivors who tend to be lone wolves such as 007 and 7 or Shidletsky. Keep Shidletsky players at a disadvantage by maintaining their hemorrhage, as this makes their fried chicken ability much less effective. Hemorrhage is a great counter to Elliot, so focus on inflicting people with it where possible if you have an Elliot in your match. Do not be afraid of running into stuns during Blood Hunt, as you will only be slowed as opposed to being stunned. You can use Infernal Cry after being stunned during Blood Hunt to help you close the distance. Eviscerate should only be used in situations where you believe a hit is guaranteed, or if you believe there's a potential to hit multiple survivors. This ability costs blood to use, and therefore if you use it consistently, you are less likely to obtain Blood Hunt. You can use Demonic Pursuit to ambush survivors doing generators. Baller Kid for Cool Kid for 500, Polyon for Guest 666 for 1500, Godmother for Guest 666 for 900, Guest 333 for Guest 666 for 600, Guest 999 for Guest 666 for 650, Hungry for Guest 666 for 1000, Infected for Guest 666 for 1350, Jack-O-Lantern for Guest 666 for 800, Photoshop for Guest 666 for 3000, Rave for Guest 666 for 1100, Sakura for guest 666 for 1000, Symbol for guest 666 for 1000, Toon for guest 666 for 850, Retro for John Doe for 900, Ancient Megalodon for John Doe for 1100, Plagued for John Doe for 975, TV for John Doe for 1000, Baker for John Doe for 700, Admin for Nolly, which is obtained by the You Don't Get to Judge Me achievement, which requires you to kill 33 admins, Messiah for Nolly for 1100, JX1DX1 for Nolly for 2008, Meta for Nolly for 1777, Evermore for 1x1x1x1 for 1000. Cool Kids Milestone 3 and 4 skins have received new animations. John Doe's base model has been updated. John Doe has received new milestone skins. John Doe's legacy milestone skins are now available to those who unlocked them prior to the update. Pedro EXE for John Doe has received some updates. Player for John Doe has received some updates. All-Star for John Doe has received some updates. John Doe's legacy milestone skins have received new renders. Artful for Nolly has received new animations and a new theme. Subject Zero for Slasher has received a chase theme. Executioner for Slasher has received a gashing wound animation. 1x has received new milestone skins. 1x has now got legacy milestone skins for those who had them prior to this update. And that's all from this video. I apologise for the delay on this. I have a chronic illness that unfortunately makes me quite sick sometimes, so I didn't get this video recorded until the next day. In the future I aim to get videos out quicker and more frequently, but it's entirely dependent. I really enjoyed this update. Guest 666 is super fun to play around with, and I thoroughly enjoyed the skating and tricks mechanics with Veeronica. The new maps are also really interesting and have a lot of detail in them. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, like the video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm looking to branch out my content in the near future, so you guys can expect a variety of new videos coming soon. I'll be talking about this more in my community Discord. You should consider joining if you want to be the first to know about upcoming content, suggest future videos, provide feedback, and even interact with myself in the community. I'd love to have you, and everyone is welcome. That's all from me for now, and I'll see you guys next time.